Hello everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph and today, well, I've squeezed myself inside the polytunnel. It's been pretty nasty these last couple of days. The wind has been absolutely howling and the rain, well, it's been non-stop. Now, I've got a little respite at the minute, so I've been in here. See, my hair's pretty wet. I've had my hood up, trying to keep myself dry. I've got the polytunnel door open at the moment, trying to let a bit of air circulate while I'm doing this. So every now and again you are going to hear a bit of rain on the old poly roof. But I've moved some of the trees outside so I can get a bit of water in. And as I say, I've got the door open just to get some air circulating air just at the moment. So today I'm going to do a little video just trimming up this little Kojo Mai because, as you can tell, if I just go like that, you can see it's already started budding out. So I just need to give it a little trim just to get it back into a more compact shape. It's going to be a really short video today, so while I'm making a short video and I'm going to trim this up, I thought I'd just show you some of the trees and how they're actually getting on. So I'll just do a quick span. Nothing too strenuous today, but a little quick video to show you what's happening as well. I thought I'd give you an insight. Why not, eh? So as I say, while I'm here, I've got a couple of trees. Oh, I nearly fell over. So this stuff, as it's wet, it's starting to compact, so I'm gonna have to get some more come spring. While it's wet and I'm walking in and out, it starts to compact. But as you can see, some of the trees are out that I've already started working on at the moment. So they're out, getting a little bit of a soaking, and they're doing all right. But as you come in, some of these ones towards the back of the polytunnel, if I just shuffle my way in, especially down towards the bottom, spring has emerged. So we need to start doing a little bit of trim work on some of these and just actually see what's happening with it. But if I just again shuffle over the wee stool, I've got some of the Chinese elms just over here. They're starting to bud out, and my little maple here, as you can see, the bud just here is slowly creeping out, but nothing else really other than a couple of the maples. The buds are starting to break. Nothing, well, they're starting to push, but they're not breaking yet. And then if I just push you over into this side here as well, I've got just, if I just angle you up there, I've got a couple of Chinese elms. This one here, that is starting to push as well, and as you can see, another bud over there on the same Chinese elm. So spring is starting to emerge in here. And where have I got? So this at the back, I know it's goes out of focus when I put my finger in like this, but that is my privet. And if I can just move the camera in a little bit as well, you can see just there, if I put my finger on, the buds here are starting to break as well. So yeah, time is now getting to the point where we need to start looking at, oh, actually these ones here as well. Time is actually at the essence now where I'm going to have to start actually getting down dirty and looking at sorting some of these trees out and getting some proper, oh, I have to keep shuffling over this little stool here. We're going to have to look at making some actual proper trimming, and some of them actually need repotting, especially this one over here, this privet. So that's got to get a repot soon. Because we've got it all in the polytunnel, spring is coming an awful lot earlier than it would be if it was outside. So as you can see, everything is pretty much in the stages that you'd expect. Look, like the privets, all the dead leaves are on there because they fell off, or majority of them, and most of them are at the semi-dry stages. Because obviously you reduce the watering stages. So if I show you on the other stages of the trees outside, let's go to these ones, you can see that none of these buds at all. So especially on the fruit trees, whoop, there we go, focus on that one. I've got no buds. Well, I've got buds, but they're not breaking yet on any of these ones. This has had quite light leaves on for quite some time, although it's had a shallow growth, but everything's dropping and it's not really growing at all. There's just two different like old growth and new growth, but it's not budded since. It's still all the other leaves have grown, popped off. But then if I look in, I have actually got some buds growing on as well on this one. So I do tell a lie, we are now getting some growth on the trees outside. So we've got the giant pyracantha, so we're gonna have to start working on this as well soon. And then we've got my Portuguese laurel, which is out here as well, which actually this year, well last year, is actually starting to look really good. And this year now I'm at the stages where I feel confident enough to actually start doing a good design on this. Well, at least cutting back hard again. As you can see, I've got some really good growth, good structuring in this. So I can start making some good decisions, cut back again. Because the last time I did a cut back, it struggled a little bit. We did a repot later than we usually would do on a normal tree. And I always said, I know where I was at with it. But I think I'm gonna go back to next time I do a repot, I'll try it in the spring, like I do with normal trees. But everything's growing nicely on this. As I say, I think I'm the only person who has actually done a Portuguese laurel as a bonsai. And if you're wondering how they come along, well, as you can see, quite nicely. This was a big, I think 9 or 10 foot garden tree growing. It was awfully skinny and it had been cut, but yeah, it's coming along quite nicely now, as you can see. Just need a bit of a growing in that sort of area where we've had a big trim. So if I just go around the side, high hoot, it is just a little bit bare in this sort of section. I do need a branch growing backwards and just filling this sort of area up, just there. But trees coming along. So that's my little update. So let's update this one and work on it. In terms of this Kojo Mai, where am I at with it? Well, it is a young tree, as you can see. I only purchased it last year, and if you remember this video, or if you've not seen this video when I got it, I said on the video itself that I used to have a Kojo Mai, and it was really well developed, but it was one of the many trees that I had stolen, and I had about 40 trees stolen, as I was saying in the video. The Kojo Mai was one of them. In total, I think I had 40 trees, as I say, stolen. And the Kojo Mai was one of them, as I say, and I always said that I probably wasn't going to get another one because I did all my learning on the Kojo Mai. I did many different experiments with it in terms of different soil mixes, different techniques, what they react to, and I developed it quite well. And when it was lost, it was one of my favourite trees, and because obviously it is a blossom tree, and I didn't want to go down the route of taking this time and energy growing another one, because when you buy them, they're actually terrible condition. They're usually grafted, or their root systems are awful, which the last one I worked on was. And just getting a good one at a reasonable price, because they go up every year, you know, they're pretty difficult to come hold of. So I dipped my toe into this one only because it was on offer at a really, really good competitive price. So, and obviously you can see it is pretty much a stick. So I thought, you know what, I'll go and buy another one, because like everyone else, I'm a sucker for a cherry blossom tree. So here we are, we're at this stage, and we're gonna go and try and make a decent tree out of it. So first things first, you can see I've got 2 branches here that come from one section, and then just above it I've got another big thick branch that actually does come from the same section. So if I'm not even going to zoom you in, I'm just going to bring the tree to you for once. So this branch, and this branch are all coming from the same section, and the one I am going to keep, I think, will be, you know what, I'm going to keep the little one at the back. I'm going to make a different decision. Basis is, I think I might keep this one at the front. But before I make that basis, I'm just going to have a look and see what I'm going to do with it. So if I keep this one at the front, I will be developing a twin trunk, which means I'm going to the main trunk. I'll grow this one up and then hopefully develop something off to the right, developing a big tree canopy at the top, up here, and then have something smaller down, as a single branch. Now the top section seems to be dead, and I've only got this branch at the back of it here, but hopefully something may develop lower down. I'm not sure if that one's even alive anymore, but it might even come off. So that being the case, that one is dead. Yep, I've only got the one that grows backwards. I'm not going to utilize that, so that's going to come off. I've got nothing else growing down, so okay, let's eradicate the whole idea of the twin trunk and let's just go in and just get rid of it. Okay, let's make the single cut. So now that changes the decision of which one I'm going to keep. I know I'm not going to keep the top one, so I'm just going to go in and take that one off. Now, do I have a front marked out? Yeah, I think I'm going to utilize somewhere as the front here. This is a lot thicker from this direction. If that's the case, I'm going to utilize this branch. In fact, I could utilize that one as a back branch. I mean, I'm going to take the stronger one off. I'm going to utilize the other one as a back branch. I'm just going to bring it back a little bit. We're going to do that. And then this one, I'm just going to bring it back to here, to those buds. I'm going to come in and take that one off and neaten it up. Oh, looks like this one's coming together. I do like that. Just going to come on, neaten there, and take that one off there. Snip the end off there, and we're just going to come in and take this there. In fact, what I'm going to do is bring it in closer as well. I want it all nice and compact from the get-go. I want it nice and strong, so I'm going to bring it back even further. I'm going to take that off because if I come round, I've got this little section at the bottom here. So let me bring you in. I'm not going to do zoom on the camera, I'm just going to bring you in. So this section here, you can see, just turn you around. Got a branch that goes up, but on this section of the branch here, I'm going to come in and I'm going to utilize that bit there. I'm going to come in and take this one off. This branch will now develop that way. Nice and strong. And then this is gonna be my leader up here. So I'm taking that off. I want more buds. Hopefully I'll get some buds down on this section here, and then what I'll do is I'll just cut this top section off, but we want to lower it. But for now, that will do. Take that out. It's too close. That's too close. Right, let me just change the angle slightly so you can see what we are working with. Small angle change, and you can see that this is the best stick in the pot you've ever did see. Right, there we go. So now you can see what we've done. So we've got this branch just coming up here on this side. The back branch just over here. It isn't quite exactly going in the right direction. It is off kilter slightly, but with the buds changing, it will work. Okay, so the back branch goes off slightly, but the buds will take it into the other direction. We've got this branch that goes up, it goes left, and then if you got the one that goes behind it as well. So the branch just here, if I can just turn, you can see this one here is where we cut to. So I'm just going to take, without nipping the buds, there we go. So that is where we nip to, just this back branch, this little bud here. So I'm going to change your angle, bring you around, so now you can see it there, that one. So that will grow out this way and it'll give us another branch. So if I just spin you around so you can see it there, so you can see it's going to grow. Ooh. So that will grow and give us a branch that way as well. And then we've got the tall leader, and we'll reduce the height to it to roughly here, hopefully grow some branches in as well. That is obviously too tall for what I'd like. I want it somewhere around about here, so then we've got a nice conical shape going on. But I'm just waiting for the buds to pop. Hopefully that will back bud us and give us a good stead for the future. So yeah, nice little video for us today. I did say it was going to be a quick video for you today, and I wasn't lying. I mean, I usually do, unfortunately. I say videos are going to be really fast, and they're not. But yeah, a nice little one, ready for spring. So this isn't a very old tree by any means. It is one of my sticks in a pots, and I do like my little projects, but I do really need to get some of my trees properly developed soon. So yeah, hopefully we've got a nice little section. We've got 1, 2, 3 branches going, with it being a Kojo no Mai, we'll get some nice little in fact we probably won't get any flowers this year, because I've done the mistake of pruning before the flowers. So there's a tip: if you prune before you bloom, you're not getting flowers. Yeah, so if you prune after you bloom, that's where you want to do it. You're supposed to let the bloom go if you want to get a nice flower show. But I'm not really bothered about the flowers. I just want to develop the tree this year, so I've gone ahead and snipped away. Yeah, unfortunately no flowers this year. I might get a couple, because obviously I've left buds, but I'm not really bothered about the flowers this year. I just want to get a nice tree established. Once the branches are established, then we can start looking at enjoying the flowers. I'm more concerned about getting a nice tree. As I say, my last one was about 7 or 8 years old. It was a nice decent sized trunk, and the root system was what I'd really spent the time looking at, and I had a really nice root system at that. This one, it's only a stick, but if we can get a nice established couple of branches, and then over the next couple of years we can get them branches root system going as well, we can have a nice little tree, and we can enjoy the bloom then, enjoy the nice blossoms. So if you've got one of these, let me know how old yours is and how long you've been working on it, and yeah, share the info in the comments below. Let everyone know how you spend your time enjoying your blooms, and how you spend it trimming it. Any techniques, any tips, any tricks with these? As I say, leave it in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. See you guys.